Hello everyone. I thought I would give my thoughts on a potential TikTok ban, which is why if you would like to follow me on other platforms, you should definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can do easily by just going to my bio. But I know most of you probably aren't going to do that, so why do I even bother asking? I don't know. But anyway, this affects me very deeply and poignantly because for the last year or so, I have been relying on TikTok for my income. Now, obviously, I'm not close to making a living yet, but for the first time in years, I have been selling books on TikTok practically every month. Before that, I would when I was just on YouTube, for example, I was only selling maybe 2 or 3 books a year, whereas last year I think I sold around 30 books. So my writing prospects have increased significantly, which is why I'm very concerned about this potential ban. First of all, I believe this is nothing more than a red scare and a witch hunt. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't legitimate concerns, but most witch hunts start out as being concerned with a little truth, but then that little truth turns into a big lie. And I think that has what has been happening with TikTok is that there's this paranoia surrounding the fact that, and frankly, conspiracy theories surrounding the fact that China could potentially infiltrate our system. And I also think that racism and frankly bigotry is also contributing to it because human beings in the end really don't change. The object of racism or bigotry or paranoia might change, but the capacity for those kinds of things certainly don't change. And so I believe we are dealing with a witch hunt and frankly a red scare because if they were truly interested in protecting the private data of citizens, then they would try to regulate how all companies collect data. There would be some kind of data collection act. And because the data for TikTok is collected in America, TikTok would be beholden to that as well. But no, they want to outright ban TikTok because it implies competition by a foreign power, and that's what they're afraid of. And also, I believe that many of these other social media companies are lobbying to get TikTok banned because it's competition, because it is far more successful than they are. So this is nothing more than lobbying and also a red scare at the same time, which is why I'm very concerned about it, and because it affects me deeply. And I know some people say, well, why are you so concerned with political matters? It doesn't affect you. Well, in this case, it does affect me. It affects me on a very profound level. And some people say, well, why don't you just go to other platforms? First of all, going to other platforms doesn't negate talking about the morality of such an issue. But also, I can't just go to other platforms because no platform has been as successful for me as TikTok. I have had some success on other platforms, but not nearly as much. For example, I've been on YouTube for literally over 10 years. I've been posting videos since 2012. But I've never really had a lot of success on YouTube. Most of my videos get 20 to 30 views. Now, yes, some of the shorts have gotten more views, not as much as on TikTok, but I did get one short the other day that got around like 1,200 views. But even so, YouTube doesn't bring people together with like-minded interests like TikTok. So even if I do get a lot of views on a video, they're not from people who are like-minded. They're random users, and there's no video site at least that brings like-minded people together like TikTok does, which is why I think it's unfortunate. And even if they do come up with some kind of new website or program or something like that, my entire platform will be gone. My entire audience will be gone, and I'll have to start all over again. So, and there's nothing that discourages me more than if I put a lot of effort into something and I see progress only to see that it was all for naught. That discourages me heavily, and so I am very concerned about this potential TikTok ban, and it would definitely probably put me in a depressed state if it were to actually occur. So I thought I would just lament my thoughts on this issue.